17 minutes. You need to change, yeah, on YouTube. So we said live, but it's, yeah, however you do that.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
We're up. We're going.
Oh, we're going?
WaltonsInc.com/live.
Hey, there we go.
We are live.
Hey, everybody. We're practicing good social distancing with masks, and John has his upside down, but you know, that's no worries. I'm pretty sure it still blocks all the coronavirus that he's got on his body right now.
So a little known fact is you can use any mask, and it's 100% effective.
100%?
So any mask you want.
100% effective.
Sorry, guys. We're just trying to bring a little bit of levity to what is a stressful situation all across the country. People are really starting to lose it. Luckily for us, thank goodness that we are considered essential. Because if I was sitting at home doing nothing all day, I'd be going nuts. And I mean, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So a couple things. Last month, February's giveaway was the Weston Pro 80L Dehydrator. It's that nice one with the glass front, bunch of racks in it. The winner never claimed his prize. So his loss is your gain. We will redraw that winner from either last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago? 2 Saturdays ago, we did a mid-month live stream, to see how that would go. So we'll draw a winner from either that or your entries today. To enter, go to waltonsinc.com/live. That's where we recommend you guys watch this anyways. You can chat there. If you're on your phone, you're probably going to have to find your More button and then click View as Desktop. That is usually the easiest way to get through if you're not on a laptop or just a regular desktop computer. Beyond that, we're also going to announce what this month's giveaway is. It is not just this apron. It is what's below the apron. And
it's a large prize.
It is a good size prize, and value-wise, this is the biggest one we've done in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
definitely.
Whoever does win this, we are going to have to send you some tax information. I have to have you fill that back out, and so that we can have it on file. Still up to you to actually file it as winnings, but we need to have it on file.
Wait, the form?
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, we send that in to the IRS.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, well, but they have to, too.
They have to claim it, right.
Yeah, the IRS knows that they got it because we send the 1099 or whatever it is. I forget what the deal is. I want to say it's 1099. But we send it to the IRS. So the IRS knows whoever wins that they got this prize value.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, unfortunately, you have to claim it on your taxes.
Make sure you go ahead and claim it.
We file it, you file it, everybody has to file it.
So our little mask thing, I was worried that everyone was going to think our, redrawing that and all that was going to be an April Fool's giveaway. It's the worst day on the internet. It really, really is. So we didn't do an April Fool's thing, but we did prepare something. So if you'll go ahead and mute yours.
Your speaker's on, sir? I'll cut to me so they can actually see someone for a second. Okay, guys, we got a little video for you, and I hope you enjoy.
Blue, it's more than just a color. It's a state of mind. It's a commitment to something higher and greater than yourself. It means you're going to make the best sausage, bacon, ham, or jerky as possible. It shows the ability to look past the obvious for something deeper, some deeper connection between you, your meat, and this great country we call America. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, Tom Brady, Jackie Robinson, Daniel Boone, and even Jim Bowie are all people who would have chosen Team Blue had we let them. I mean, it's the red, white, and blue. It doesn't have any orange in it. Ask not what blue can do for you. Ask what you can do for blue.
I am Nick Hall. Hello, this is Parksider.
I am Tech 77.
I am Joe Hell.
I am Dave with Call Doc Today.
I am North Dakota Coast.
And we are Team Blue.
And we are Team Blue.
We are Team Blue.
We are Team Blue.
And we are Team Blue.
We love the blues.
And we are Team Blue.
There you are.
So thank you to everyone who participated in that.
No, don't thank anyone, because right now we have a major issue on our hands.
What is the issue?
The issue was Patrick talked to me about
A double cross.
going double agent on you.
But he didn't do it.
And he didn't do it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Why would you do that?
Because you didn't have time.
I think we ought to remember who's actually in charge.
I thought you were going to have a response to that when you said that, but nothing. So
I got
win?
nothing. No.
You've been out of the office a little too long.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody
Y'all
who
are
called
killing
in and made that possible. It was
By the way,
a ton of fun.
we're doing impromptu performance reviews tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
no.
I think I performed pretty well in that video.
That's very subjective.
A little overacting, maybe,
The quality was top notch.
of the editing. Yes.
No, that was good though.
A little overacting, but that's what we were looking for. Okay, so a couple other just like housekeeping things or whatever. YouTube has been really weird with live streams recently, and it's not just us. I watch a almost nightly live stream, and they've been talking about it constantly. It's not showing up in people's feeds, especially if you're watching it through the YouTube app.
It is today.
It is showing up on ours today? Okay.
Pulled up
But
on mine.
It's not letting us comment on YouTube today, at least for me.
Okay.
Really?
What the best way to get around that, and even this isn't perfect, or not even get around it, to prevent that from happening to you, is to
never mind.
subscribe
You can.
and click the bell that will get you reminded every time we go with a new video. That seems to be about the best we can do, but there is definitely still some problems. I don't know if it has something to do with them throttling the internet or them just trying to reduce traffic with everybody home all the time, but it's about the best you
Sorry,
can do.
everybody. There's a live chat button on YouTube I've never seen before. I guess it's always just been engaged. Right underneath your video, if you don't see a live chat, it's a little dialogue box. Press live chat. You should be good to go.
Okay, and that's if you're watching and commenting on YouTube. But again, suggest you go to waltonsinc.com/live, because that's where you can enter both last month's giveaway, and then at waltonsinc.com/win, that's where you'll be able to enter this month's giveaway. So this month's giveaway, is there anything else we want to talk about before we do this?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's get right into it.
This month's giveaway, like I said, is a huge giveaway. Hamilton Beach has come out with a commercial line of chambered vacuum sealers. We're going to carry 3 of them to begin with. I think it's the only 3 they have.
For now, yeah.
So we're carrying all 3. They have the big 406, the medium 354, and the smallest desktop one,
305.
the
I don't know.
254.
Yeah.
So this is a smaller version of their larger ones, but it still is an awesome little machine. We did a ton of playing around with this. If you want to see that, we released the video today. We had something that was measuring the millibars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was-
so the pressure.
This got all the way down to 1. So it says it will do 99.9% of the air out of the chamber, and it definitely seemed to do that.
Yeah, that's like 99.999%.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it does it fast, too. To get to 10 millibars, which is really where, if you're doing something at home and you have 10 millibars, you have a great seal. This did it in 30 seconds, where the other one that we use from time to time here, the other chambered machine, took like, I want to say 54?
Yeah,
something
like
like that.
54. So yes, one of the more popular ones that we've sold lately is the VacMaster VP215s. This one is a much faster vacuuming machine than that one. I don't know if we tested with the Weston one or not.
Didn't.
We probably should
Okay.
there. I forgot about that.
We can do
but,
that.
Still, it's going to be more expensive than both the Weston and the VacMaster, but honestly, for the price, especially considering that a lot of those other small chambered units keep going up and up and up and up in price, this one does compete really well and I have a lot of high hopes for this
Sure.
one.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one, a really good seller, one, a really long-lasting product, and three, something that people actually really enjoy.
Yeah, and
So-
here's a huge advantage to this is it is NSF and UL, right? UL and CE.
UL, CE, NSF, yeah.
Yep. So it's rated, so it can be used in a commercial kitchen or processing plant as well as your home. It's not the case with all of them. And then when this lid is down, you can see it's got a domed lid. From the filler plate to that is about, I think, 3.5 inches. Well, if you remove this filler plate, there is a good amount of space underneath that filler plate. So if you were doing a chicken, I mean, even a small turkey,
Yeah.
you would have enough room to get that. And it'll take bags up to 10 by 13. One last thing about it, and this is not like an approved thing or anything, but if you're doing snack sticks or something that you have a lot of, we tested it and we were able to put 2 of our bags with product in at a time with them over the top of each other. We left it in all the factory settings for seal time, closed it, let it vacuum, and they were 2 perfectly sealed bags. I mean, perfectly. On other ones that you can do it, but then you have to kind of rip the bags apart. These were just, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's not a feature of it, but it worked for us
Yeah,
without any issues.
it's weird because it's one of those things that it's like, well, it works. Okay. Why did it work?
Yeah.
Not really sure, but you know, it works. So why not? If it works, why not do it?
Yep.
My question is, how did you figure out that it works?
I'd done the testing on the other one off of something the commercial sale guys were just talking about. So then decided to try it on this, and it definitely works much better. A couple other things. It has 10, you can set up to 10 programs on this. So that's really helpful, especially in a commercial application. So if something you're doing only needs a 15-second vac and something else needs a 45, you just go from program 1 to program 2, and it has all that for you. Another feature of this is you can control what they call soft air. Soft air is the speed at which air is and pressure are reintroduced into the chamber. So that can help with not crushing product, like real delicate product, as well as the big one, the 406 has gas flush, which is what you really need to do if you have something super delicate that you don't want to break, like potato chips, they're gas flushed. So, but yeah, so we will be giving this away all month long. You can go to waltonsinc.com/win and enter to win.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but we do have a couple comments and questions coming in. Let's see. A lot of people want to know how to sign up for the teams individually. Daniel wants to know he received the bourbon we sent last live stream and perfectly intact. Chris, our IT guy, says he was potentially Team Blue until he saw Tom Brady. Now he is a Team Orange. And Georgette actually wants to know if a brisket fits comfortably in the 254 there.
No, it's going to be too small for a whole brisket.
If it was a
flat,
flat,
a
or
flat,
point
you could
off
probably
something,
get in
yeah.
there, but no, not a whole brisket. If you're looking to do something like that, you need either the 406 or the
354.
2.
No, 305.
305.
What is? Hold on,
No, I
I
think
gotta
you're
look
right.
it up because now I
think you're
can't.
right.
How do we get into teams?
Okay, so for teams, go to meatgistics.com, and then there is at the top you'll see something that when you hover over it, it says groups. Go to that, and then you can go to Team Blue or Team Orange and sign on up. So that's how you do that.
It just so happens that we started the day tied. I'm kind of disappointed by that, but at the same time, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, keeps it interesting if it's close.
So it's the
We were blowing you out for a while, but then you got on last time. We're begging people to sign up for Orange.
No.
Patrick and I felt bad for you. We were a little embarrassed for you.
No. You were winning from the start because I have never done any true marketing.
Oh.
And you
that's not true.
and Tex were just like destroying people, like telling them, "Hey, I'm gonna break into your house at night and hurt you if you don't
Certainly
sign up
didn't
for Team
say
Blue."
that.
You basically did.
We might have threatened to delete a few accounts, but that was it.
So on the Primavax, we got the 254, the 305,
305.
and the 406.
So the 305's very similar to this. It's just a little bit bigger.
I think what those numbers correspond to is the width of the seal bar in millimeters. If that helps make sense.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. Now, the one thing about the 305 is when you remove this filler plate, it doesn't give you as much space underneath. If you're doing tall products, this is actually better than that. So, just something to keep in mind. One other thing we want to talk about is last night? No, must have been 2 nights ago. So we advertise on a TV show called The Flush. We do a bunch of things with that entire station. But with everything that's happening, they wanted to get a perspective of what people should be doing with their meat to store it long term, just in case, the worst things happen. So they do a weekly podcast just called The Flush Podcast. So I called in and did that with them. So if you want to check that out, you can go to wherever you get your podcast and just look up The Flush Podcast, and it'll come right up. It was about 45 minutes. It was a great interview, I thought, at least. It went really well. It was smooth. And Travis, the guy who I was doing it with, is just an awesome guy. And he's one of the main guys on The Flush there. So we always joke around that he does up until, the hunt, and then I take over from there on out. So kind of all the way through together. So, and then while we're on the topics of podcasts, hopefully this coming Monday, we will have finally the first episode of the Meatgistics podcast for you. We are not making any promises, though. We are hoping to have that out.
I don't know why you got to do it and give him like a specific day. Let's see how it goes, and then we can potentially.
Yeah, don't give him a day. It'll be done by Monday. Will it be out by Monday? Maybe.
Okay.
It'll be done by Monday.
Okay.
One way or another. If I'm not getting a dirty look from John right now, I'm not going to look over and see what his face is. But the holdup has been me. But I will not schedule anything else this Friday. Every time something is planned to do whatever, I come up with a reason why I'm not in the office or I'm not available. But this Friday it is going to happen.
That you can't be held responsible for that. You have a ridiculous amount of things you do here, and you have a lot going on outside of here. One other thing, I made buffalo wing jerky snack sticks, and I split those into 2 batches where I actually went and grabbed like Hidden Valley or something, dry packet of ranch. So half of the snack sticks, the ones in the smaller diameter, do not have the ranch added. The ones that are larger, so I did 19 and 21, the 21s have ranch added. So we're gonna draw a couple winners for that. What those winners are gonna get are jerky and both snack sticks and the seasoning to make it. I'll probably draw 4 winners of those. And then I think we're gonna let Patrick choose his favorite comment throughout everything, and then that person will just be awarded the snack sticks and the seasoning. We're gonna keep a list of all the winners as we draw them in OneNote so that we don't run into the same problems we've been running into constantly recently. So hopefully everything's gonna go nice and smooth.
So people are asking still, where do you sign up for the drawing? You have to go to waltonsinc.com/live. From there, you can see the YouTube live stream. You can see the chat for the live stream, and you can also see like a little widget thing that lets you enter our live stream drawing. The live stream drawing, it's very obvious. There's a very big graphic that says live stream drawing. So just look for that. You have to sign in with some sort of account or email, and then there's multiple different options on how to enter there, and each one gets you a separate entry.
That is skunky.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's disgusting.
So we
I don't know
thought we'd
why
be funny
you even
and got
bought this.
22s of Corona. Well, because at the liquor store, the guy said that we had to talk the owner out of a really tasteless joke. And I was like, oh, what is it? Like, I want to know. So they have something called Virus Vodka. So she had him next, apparently she took a picture of him next to him and wanted to post it on social media. I'm like, that's hilarious. I don't know why you didn't do it.
It's one of those things where, yeah, I find it funny.
Yeah, right.
But
that's what he was saying.
Someone out there is going to find it
Just
not
not worth
funny,
it, yeah.
and you don't want to joke about something
Sure.
that someone's going to get upset about.
So a couple other things. Let's just quickly go over what we're going to put on sale for this month, and I will get that all on waltonsinc.com/sales. After this, we've got the 18-inch pink butcher paper. It's normally $49.99. Yep, $49.99. We're taking $10 off, so that's $39.99. So it's 18 inches wide, and it's either 1,000 or 1,100 feet. We've also got the Norton IM313 multi-stone sharpening stone, usually $194, taking $15 off, making it $174. If you get good with that stone, I mean, that now is the perfect time to learn how to do something like that, just in case everything goes completely sideways. Having the ability to sharpen a knife probably isn't the worst idea. That's why we put it on there. The 5-minute marinator is usually $29.99. It's $24.99. What that is, I'll actually grab that.
While John's grabbing that, just so everybody knows, if you are already at waltonsinc.com/live, or if you're on the watch page on Meatgistics, either page there, and the giveaway entry says that it is ended, please just refresh the page. We did have a slight issue right as we started the live stream, and that giveaway entry technically expired, so we opened it for another like 3 or 4 hours here because we did something different this month where we did a live stream in the middle of the month.
Yep.
So we opened it up then to start doing some other giveaways as well. So it had ended. We restarted it. So if you're seeing that the giveaway entry widget says ended, just refresh your page and you'll be able to enter at that point.
So this is the 5-minute marinator. It is, I think, 10 by 14, something like that. It doesn't look like 10 by 14 right now, though, does it?
I think it's 10 by 14.
Okay. So it is a container. So it's great, perfect for some chicken breasts, pork tenderloin. Close it up, and then it comes with this pump and a place to remove all the air. And you can see it, the roof, the lid will actually suck in a little bit. I mean, it gets a really good seal. So that's going to give you some of the benefits of like a vacuum, not really a tumbler, but a vacuum marinade. It's going to help pull the fibers of the meat apart a little bit and let that cure or seasoning or whatever get in there a little deeper and a little quicker. And that is usually $29.99. It's going to be $24.99.
I do have an idea on how we could turn that into a vacuum tumbler.
Do it and then put it in a drying machine, like a clothes dryer.
Well, it's kind of similar concept. I was going to say, yeah, put the meat in there, the marinades, close it up, pump the air out, and then give it to you, and we'll find a really big hill, and I'm just going to shove you down and watch you roll to the bottom, and hey, it'll vacuum tumble just great.
Sounds like abuse to me. Am I super red? I keep looking at myself in there and look super red.
You know,
You are.
on my screen, you don't look very red.
Okay,
but
cool.
in person, definitely very
I
red.
am. All right.
I'm like deathly pale on our screen, though. You're really red. I'm deathly pale.
I really want to press record
Is it-
and see how much more HD
I think
we
it's
could
sun.
get.
That's
Oh.
sun.
Yeah. No, yeah, you got a sunburn.
Dude, that's hives, bro.
Whoa. I walked my dogs today. I can't believe that. Sorry. Also,
that's the
the
skunky beer.
3-tier jerky racks are back in stock. They've been out of stock for a while. We bought a ton of them. So to celebrate that, we're going to put them on sale, usually $39.99. We're going to make them $31.99. Flip Professional Smoke Box, which is a great way to add smoke to a grill, add more smoke to your smoker. Those are going to be on sale for $15.99. The barbecue accessory organizer, so that you don't get nagged and yelled at for organizing your barbecue tools. They're going to be a couple dollars off, making them $20.99. Meat bag tape machine is going to be on sale for $24.99. If you're doing ground beef, ground anything, that's a great way to close your bags, your little meat bags. And then the tape for those, which will do about 3,000 bags, will also be $1 off. So that'd just be $4.99 for enough tape to close 3,000 bags. And then the Meatgistics leather apron that I had earlier is going to be $20 off, making it $99.99. And finally, the Meter Plus, which is a truly wireless thermometer, is going to be on sale for $89.99. That is $10 off. And hopefully, we'll be able to tell you sometime next week whether or not that stands up to being frozen. So I'll let Austin explain that if he wants to.
Wait, repeat this whole thing?
The meter?
Oh,
stands
the
up to
meter
being
part.
frozen.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a meter in our deep freeze right now. Basically, John forgot what he was supposed to do with it, and he just put it in there. And so when it breaks, it's going to come out of his
That's not
paycheck.
accurate at all.
Now, I was doing some pork butts, and those pork butts were taking a lot longer. Well, not a lot longer, a little bit longer than I thought, but I also started in the day a lot longer than I thought. So I didn't get those pork butts out till after like 10 o'clock at night. And by the time I did, I'm like, no, I'm just going to put them in the freezer, be done with it, and I'll take them out later and do something with them. And I didn't take the thermometer out. So there's a meter thermometer still stuck in one of the pork butts, like solid whole muscle pork butt in the freezer, the whole thing. I don't know. I feel like temperature-wise, it'll be fine. Now the thermometer itself, now the battery might be bad. Hopefully it's not leaking battery acid all over my pork butt. I'm still gonna eat it if it is. But I don't see why else it would go bad per se.
But batteries do well when you freeze them. So I can't imagine it with a battery.
That's true. I've done that before. So I don't know. Hopefully it's fine. If it's not, lesson learned, don't put a meter in the freezer. I don't know what the specs are on that for a temperature rating. Might have to look here.
In the meantime, we got a bunch of questions coming in.
Go ahead.
Someone wants to know if we've heard of the Cosmos Q Clean Eating Seasoning. Hope Ford wants us to know that she is drinking Shiner Bock.
Oh.
Matt Hoffman had a question about keeping moisture from getting to the seal on one of those potential Primavax or whatever vacuum seal he has. You know, like when you pull moisture through the bag and stuff like that, if there's a way to combat that. And one gentleman, I forgot to get his name, he has a great idea for turkey talk. I know you have alliteration there that you might enjoy, but he wants to know our favorite seasonings for turkeys and stuff like that.
All right. So let's attack them. Turkey talk first. The last couple of turkeys I've done, I've rubbed the outside with rosemary, basil, and thyme. Rosemary, basil, and thyme. It's awesome on any poultry, but works really well with turkey. The last turkey I did, I actually injected with Paws Black Bull, and it gave it an awesome flavor. Now, I'm a huge fan of that seasoning, so if you don't like that seasoning, you might not like it. But if you do like the Paws Black Bull on any type of steak, on your pork butts, you'll like it in the turkey. It adds a similar flavor. It's really tasty. Also, the Walton's Turkey Cure is great for turkey. If you want to cure the turkey, and there's just a turkey pump too, right? Isn't there just a turkey pump that's not a cure?
Yeah, just the soluble turkey pump.
Yeah, so there's soluble turkey pump, which is also really good. One of the coolest ways we ever did turkey, like 2 years ago, we had one too many turkeys. So we did what we called a dessert turkey. We injected it with the soluble apple cinnamon, and then we rubbed the outside with cinnamon toast, and that was awesome.
It was really good.
It was awesome. It was different than anything I'd had before with turkey, and it was really, really tasty. Made great sandwiches. It was really good cold. So those would be my suggestions for turkey. As far as the Cosmos Q Clean Eating, I have not heard of that. I do enjoy that brand. They make good stuff. We'll look in to see if it's possible or something that we could get in. What was the other question, Patrick? You asked 3, I did 2.
Asking about keeping moisture from the seal bar
okay.
within a vacuum sealer.
So it's going to depend on how much moisture's in there. Are you trying to vac seal a bag of water, or what you're doing? On a vacuum sealer like this, the button you'll want to get real familiar with is the stop with a plus symbol. There's 2 stop buttons on this, stop plus and stop negative. If you're anywhere in your cycle and you want to stop it and seal it right then, you hit the stop plus. If you just want to end it and you don't want to seal the bag, you hit the stop negative. So once you see either any liquid in there starting to boil, or if you see it start coming up out of the bag, you got to hit that stop plus. Otherwise, it's going to make it past that. Not a way around that, but if you really do need a good vac seal and you've got moisture in there, you can increase the seal time on the seal bar. That way, even if some moisture does make it up out of the bag where it's going to be sealed, it should still give you a good seal. The only problem with that is A, then you have to clean the chamber, and B, moisture in electronics aren't good.
Yeah. So on like a non-chambered unit, one of the ones where the bag is sitting outside the machine and the end is in there, you can't do much about it at all. Another thing though to include on the chamber machines is that just leave a good gap like between the food product and the end of the bag, because as you get to a 100% vacuum, water will boil at room temperature. But
you can't cook pasta in that either. I've tried.
No, well, you've tried. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. The pasta thing's
not really
hot thing. But it's not the water. The water's not going to pull out of the bag because the whole thing is in a vacuum in here.
Right.
So you just need to have enough room between the product, the water, and then the seal bar for it to not, as it bubbles and whatnot. Leave 2 or 3 inches there, and it'll be fine. You won't have to stop it. Run a full vac on it. The problem with like the non-chambered units is that it's pulling it out towards the seal. So on these ones, you can do it. It's just fine. You just need to leave a little bit of a gap between the product and the water up to the seal bar.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But I've definitely done like a marinade, put it in there, and still had it come out and leak in the chamber.
You were too close then. You just got to move it back a little bit. Like you need a couple inches gap there, and it won't come out then.
Okay.
Because it's not. Does that make sense though? Where it's not pulling it out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna fizzle and bubble right there in place.
Okay.
You can't stop it on the non-chambered because it's not creating the vacuum all around it. It's creating the vacuum over here, and so it's pulling product up into it. But I mean, honestly, do it with like a full bag of water sometime. You can do a full bag of water, and you won't have a drop of moisture on the outside.
Huh.
You just have to leave enough edge on the edge of the bag there.
Okay. And then for the chamberless machines that need the textured bags, another thing you can do to help you there is get some paper towels, fold them up so they fit inside that mini chamber. That way when something comes into the chamber, it's collected by that instead of just running all over the place, getting into where it's sucking the air out of and ruining your machine. So that'll help too. Sorry, I'm also trying to keep an eye on, I'm with you on YouTube, but I'll also say hi here. Oh, hi, Aaron. I'm trying to keep an eye on social media too during this, so if anyone's having problems. Ron.
So Ryan is asking, would a chamberless vac sealer work for dry aging bags? That's going to depend on which brand of dry aging bags you have. Some of them will work for it, some of them won't. Some of them have little special things to like kind of put in the bag to let it still funnel the air out, because most most dry aging bags are like a typical chambered vac bag where it's not textured at all on the inside, outside, anything. So it's really going to depend on which brand you bought.
All right, I want to draw a winner for some snack sticks and jerky.
Okay, do it.
All right, draw a winner. This is taking a while. There we go. Well, that wasn't coming up before. I had to stop.
Gotcha.
All right, so winner, this is just for jerky and snack stick seasoning. You've got Tammy Lewis from Washington. Tammy Lewis. Tammy, just give us a
Is it a
shout in the...
Must be present to win or not?
Yes, for these.
Okay.
For the 80L, I will see when you entered, and if you entered last Saturday, you don't have to be present to win.
Okay.
But if you entered today, yes, you must be present to win.
Okay.
So Tammy Lewis. And keeping a list of this.
So David is asking if we're 6 feet apart, and no, we are not, but we do have our masks. Our masks are in case look at each other, have to cough, sneeze, I don't know.
We just thought we'd be funny.
We are not practicing perfect social distancing, but nonetheless. Somebody's asking, is the store in Wichita still open? It kind of is and kind of isn't. We shut down physical access to the building. If you still want something, you can call our 800 number or call us at 316-262-0651, and you can place your order over the phone. The biggest downside is you can't walk through the store and see what's there.
Pick what you need.
But if you're either looking at the catalog, looking at our website, or you just know what you want, you can talk to customer service, tell them what you want. They'll put it in as a pickup. It goes straight out to our warehouse within a matter of like 1 or 2 minutes.
Yep.
And they start pulling it. And then you go around to the back of our building. There's a bunch of dock doors down on the far end. And up there is a sign. I don't know what the phone number is, but there's a phone number on there that you can call when you're ready to pick up. You call that number and they'll answer and tell you, okay, thanks. We'll have it out in just a minute here. And they will bring it out and put it in your car for you. That way you don't have to come in the building. We limit the exposure from you, the exposure from us to you, and everybody around, because we're trying to stay open as long as we can. We don't want to get our people sick at all, because we are in the food industry. We are trying to restrict the number of people actually in the building or the number of people in contact with employees, so that we make sure we're safe, we're not spreading anything, because it is kind of important that we stay open and we continue to ship to the biggest deal, our commercial processors all across the country, because they're providing food and meat for
entire towns,
thousands or millions of people across the country. And we don't want to have to shut down because all our employees are sick, and then leave them in a bind. So
I have type O positive blood, so I basically...
I don't think that means anything.
No, it does.
Oh,
It does. There's tons of articles now that O positive is the least likely to get seriously sick, and A whatever, I think is what you are, is the most likely.
No,
to
I
get
have
sick.
no idea what I am. I don't even know.
Somebody had Marsh Lind asked, how do you enter last week's drawing? You can't enter last week's drawing, kind of. So last week's drawing is over. You can't do that anymore, but you can enter the same drawing today. So it's that same thing. It's for the Weston Pro ADL.
That's not complicated at all.
Not at all. No, very
it's
simple.
over, but for the next
But you can still
hour
enter.
or so, you can do it.
Yeah, that's. If things are still going on during the SCA, Noobs says hopefully things get back to normal by your SCA event. When is that? August?
Yeah, which one? Oh, the SCA event. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, by August. Yeah, we should be good by August.
You say that awfully confidently.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I also don't. Yeah, I don't know if I should air my personal public opinions. What we're going through is no worse than what the average flu season is.
Oh, that's
So-
not accurate.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
it
it
is.
for
That's
us today,
not
folks.
accurate.
It is
Thanks
accurate.
for chiming in.
The average flu season, we have millions of people that get sick. But is this one more contagious than others? Potentially. But where we're at now, we're doing a good job of the social distancing, minus you and I here right now.
Sure.
I don't think it's going to get that bad, but I do think to an extent some people are overreacting.
Yeah, absolutely.
But all the projections that I've seen show basically the cap of things happening within the next 2 weeks. And by then, it's going to take us. I mean, it's going to be another month. We're going to be under the same stuff here for the next month, and then stuff's going to slowly get back to normal.
So the mortality rate on this, when hospitals aren't overrun in the U.S., they're saying is and is going to be 0.66. So that's still more than the flu.
And
That's
see,
still
there's
more than
where
flu, but
it
that's not
depends
the-
on where you look at
that's
your
not the
information.
important
Because I've
part.
seen stuff as high as like 2 or 3%.
Yeah, no, that's
And
ridiculous.
stuff as low as 0.001. Like it's what's really being accurately recorded on who has it, who doesn't. It's too new of a virus
Mm-hmm.
for people, I think, to really accurately make claims on what the infection rate or what the mortality rate is.
Now, the 2 and 3% is when a hospital is overrun. They don't have ventilators for people. I mean, that makes more sense there. But with this, with the flu, somebody who's sick infects an average of 1.5 people. With this, it's like 3 point something. But, I mean, we should probably move on. I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor. So,
Yeah.
Well, Ryan Jones wants to know how much
Tax.
toilet paper does Austin have stashed in his warehouse?
No comment. No, we don't have any toilet paper. We don't do toilet paper at all.
Bidets.
I mean, we no, we don't have bidets either. We try to stock everything that a commercial meat processor is going to need in their plant, their meat market, whatever. But I mean, obviously they need toilet paper, but that's not one of the things we do. It's too commonly available. Yeah, the only things we carry are something that is relating to production of meat.
yeah.
I don't think toilet paper is relating to production of meat.
Not
so.
really, no. Okay, so on the snack sticks that I made, one of the things we were talking about on Meatgistics is adding that ranch, Hidden Ranch or Hidden Valley dry ranch to it. So I split them out in 2 batches. They're the exact same, only one had it mixed in. I found that I definitely liked it better without the ranch.
Really?
Yep. Patrick, would you agree?
I don't know if I had one of each,
Oh,
but
okay.
whichever one I had earlier, I wasn't a huge fan of.
Yeah, I'm sure you had the one with the ranch.
There's a general rule of thumb that everything is better with
I know.
ranch.
I usually subscribe to
I
that.
couldn't really taste the ranch until, like I said, I burped 5 minutes later,
And
then
then
I could taste the
yeah.
ranch. Yeah.
I honestly think it was better without the ranch. I feel like the ranch cut down on any heat you were getting from the snack stick, which I think is a nice portion of that. And then you'll notice something else about these snack sticks. I took them out of the smoker. I put them in a lug, and I wanted to run air over them, so I put them in front of a fan for 20 minutes. But my 20 minutes turned into 2 hours real fast. So when I went to put them in the cooler, I mean, it was the most aggressive bite or snap I've ever had on a snack stick. I mean, it was like, it was really loud. So I think what happened is when I then put them in the cooler overnight, I think they were just so dry that they sucked up as much water as you can. And now when you bite into it, it's just like a weird bite. Like it has no snap, and it's almost like you're not biting through a casing. So, I mean, the taste is fine, but it went from having the strongest snap out of any snack stick I've ever made to having nothing. So, jerky's delicious though. And the snack sticks are good.
Wait, you made jerky with it too?
Yeah. 'Cause it's
Why
a jerky.
did I not get some of
Oh,
that?
there's some in there.
Okay.
We're not giving it all away. I mean, it is a jerky seasoning. It's not a snack stick seasoning. So it's not designed to do both, but I mean, you can.
I think I'm gonna go find some jerky real quick.
Go ahead.
Daniel suggests to keep drinking beer. Alcohol cures all.
It's true.
We got someone laughing at the fact that we have pink butcher paper. Is there a reason why it's pink?
No, I think it just, people tend to use that one more for like speed smokes and for wrapping meat as they're smoking it. So maybe the white would look unappealing with like the purge and blood coming out of it. No, not that.
Well, why not?
It's
green?
not an open bag.
Why not yellow? Why not blue? Why not?
Well, what's a
Don't know.
free bag to take?
In that one, right there. Down. Yep, right in there. So Clayton says, so these are mystery meat sticks. I mean, a little bit. Everyone who wins is going to get both the one without and with the ranch. How you'll know is the 19 millimeters are without the ranch. The 21 millimeters, so the thicker ones, are going to be with the ranch. So,
Will has a great question regarding what type of equipment is needed to test the meat/fat quality for ground meats.
you need a fat analyzer for that. We do not sell those. We don't sell one. We used to have one that we sold to commercial customers, but the company we got it from ended up selling direct anyways. It would have been.
So how exactly does it work? You don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's it look like? You don't even know?
No, I've never played around with one.
It's not like
it's called a
probe,
UVX or something like that. Fat
you take
analyzer.
A meatball and you throw it in something, and then you just. Yeah.
I think it's a probe thing.
Okay.
I believe.
That seems intense.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we have the pH meters, which also run off a similar thing. I mean, that's not going to help you at all. But for people wanting to make shelf-stable products at home, the two things you really need, especially if you're wanting to do snack sticks and summer sausage, is a pH meter and a water activity meter. We've talked about this on here in the past, but what water activity means is how much of the water is free inside the meat. Sugar and salt, to a lesser extent, will bind up the water, making it unavailable for microbial growth. For anyone who's seen any of the tender jerky things we've done, the reason that we're able to get away with a jerky that you can bend nicely is because we're adding extra sugar. So the sugar binds up that water and won't let it grow any, bacteria or anything, but still keeps, a high level of moisture or tenderness within your meat. So
I'm going to try to add a lower third here. If the video messes up,
okay,
we'll be back in a second. Can you see it?
No, we're black.
We are black.
Yep, it's gone.
And
go back. Yep.
That's not cool.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Well, it looks like we don't have a lower third.
Yep, no lower thirds. Do you prefer a electric smoker for deer sausage? So I'm assuming that's, do you prefer an electric smoker? Oh, or gas. He does say or gas. I like electric, but that's mostly because we have the PK100. It's a really high quality electric smoker. The deal with electric smokers is they're gonna run on a wave pattern. So if you set your temperature, your cabinet temperature for like 200 degrees, what the PK will do is it'll run until it's like 205, 210, shut off the heating coil until it drops down to like 190, kick it back on to 210. So it's gonna keep that 200 right in the middle to the best of its ability. With a propane or gas smoker, you set your dampers and the strength of the flame to whatever temperature you want, and then it's there. It's not going to fluctuate as much. But it's a little bit more difficult to dial that in. So yeah, I just prefer the electric smoker. Do you all have any books available that has any charts for curing pH and so forth? There's the book I would, no. The Meat Bible, what is it?
I don't know if we sell that one anymore.
Yeah, so
I'm not sure.
We don't have many books left anymore.
I would just, if you're looking for information, go to Meatgistics.
Yep.
What was the specific thing they were looking for?
Any books available that has charts for curing pH and so forth. So I'm assuming he's talking about length of time to leave in.
Yeah. The curing, I mean, just depends upon the product. And I
Right.
just follow
Thickness.
one of the recipes that we have on Meatgistics, one of the Meatgistics Do articles, or ask a question out there in the forums. pH is a whole nother animal. Because on pH you can't really get 100% accurate unless you're using a pH meter. But
Right.
for the most part, anybody that's looking for like books or videos anymore, I just recommend them to go to Meatgistics and either see if there's something we already have out there, which a lot of times we do. If not, ask a question in the forums and you'll get so many responses with good information. Or if we don't have anything, we'll research it and figure it out and respond to something there as well.
Yeah, I was talking about this with somebody. On that podcast the other night. When we started out Meatgistics, I responded to 90% or more of people's questions. Now, by the time a question's been asked overnight, by the time I get in the morning and get a chance to look at it, not only has it been responded to, usually multiple times, but the answer's right. It's basically what I would have said almost all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So the Meatgistics community, I think sausage making tends to attract people who, A, not only want to show off their knowledge, but are also helpful by nature. They want to help other people. So our community at Meatgistics is awesome. You guys are absolutely great. Somebody asked, do I have to sign up for this giveaway today? And yes, you have to go to waltonsinc.com/live, and that will be the giveaway for the Weston Pro 80L and for the snack sticks and jerky.
John, I think I might have the lower third ready.
Try it again.
Let's try it again.
Yep, you
All
got
right.
it. All right, Patrick. Well done, sir.
And the 50-second minute, here we are.
Thanks for joining us, Daniel. Yeah, John Belvedere is saying he uses a PID controller on his electric smoker, and it's rock solid. There have been a few posts about that on Meatgistics recently in the Walton's community section, with people just raving, saying it's awesome. So
I just got an email from one of our other guys here talking about fat analyzers. So I guess we do sell fat analyzers. You put like the meat between two metal plates. There's an electric charge that heats that plate, and meat juices kind of run off into a vial. From there, there's a gauge that is used to measure the fat versus water.
And that's the same one I was thinking of, the Univex fat analyzer. I just thought we didn't sell it anymore.
Is that what we sell?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I know my dad's watching, so I'll tell this story, but I think it's accurate. I'm pretty sure it's accurate. If it's not,
Great story.
He'll correct me later on. But long time ago, before I was even working here, I was a wee little lad. I was probably still working here. I was packaging Sure-Cure on the weekends into 5-pound packages. But he had a fat analyzer laying around. Traded some guy a fat analyzer for like super expensive pair of boots. Like it was like ostrich boots, something. I don't know. Just random fact of the day. You can trade fat analyzers for ostrich boots.
Find the right person. Someone was saying your beard looks ridiculous, Patrick. I liked that comment.
They said they meant good. It looked good.
I saw ridiculous. Yeah, so we had the Coronas, but they were skunky, and it's not my favorite beer anyways. I am drinking Harpoon's Winter Warmer. I used to work at a beer store in upstate New York, and we used to have people come in requesting the Christmas beer. They didn't know the name of it, and we always knew exactly what they meant. This has an awesome, just complex taste. It's cinnamon and nutmeg holiday ale. Harpoons, I think from Massachusetts or Maine, one of those up there. So it's not that big down here in Kansas, but it is a really good beer.
I feel like if we get everyone to just spam the word chug, we can get them to finish those Coronas in record time.
No, they smell and taste skunky. So
yeah, it's horrible. I won't say it's horrible. If anyone out there actually drinks Corona as like your main beer, let us know. You're making a horrible mistake in life, but still let us know.
Yeah, there you go. From Massachusetts, brewed in the harbor.
Have you guys ever had Land Shark? Do you think it tastes different than Corona?
Yeah.
Different,
Yep.
better, right?
I do better.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
agree.
better.
Yeah, I like it better.
Very easy drinking though. I think like when you're around like a lot of water, like a lake, you want something very easy drinking.
Oh, okay. So did you see Audrey's comment? We actually drop shipped 2 with the fat analyzers. So I will take a slap on the wrist. I thought we didn't have them anymore. Don't know why I thought that.
If one of you guys could post a link, I think one guy
To the fat analyzer? Yep,
really
I've got
is
it up.
interested in one of those.
Yep, I'll get it sent right now.
Sounds expensive, but
There we go. Got a link in there. Yep. Patrick Leahy says, making venison snack sticks and summer sausage this weekend. Perfect time in the quarantine. And yep, that is another good point. And I'm not trying to be an alarmist here or anything, but probably a good time to review what you have in your freezer, what you want to do with it. Do you want to make cured product out of it? Do you want to keep it whole muscled? If you can, the advantage of a vacuum sealer like this is if you wrap, I mean, even a really good commercial wrapper will wrap it in freezer paper and then put the double wrapping film on the outside of that. You'll get 6 to 12 months under ideal conditions with that. With a vacuum sealer like this, you're going to get 2 to 3 years. And I mean, that's without any real problems. So just something to keep in mind.
John V wants to know if they entered Saturday for the giveaway, if they are already entered for today's drawing as well.
They are.
They are.
You can enter again though. So.
And Kurt Sack had a question about the 5 mil bags versus boil bags. How are they different? How are they similar?
The boilable bags just have a. Well, they all have
It's just a higher heat rating.
Is that all it is?
Mm-hmm.
Are they also 5 mil? They're thicker, right? They're not 3 mil.
No, I want to say they're 3 mil, but I need to look now at the specs.
So obviously the boilable bags will stand up to 214 degrees plus temperatures. I've never tried actually boiling one of the 3 mil regular bags. Obviously, it's not recommended. It's not what it's designed for. I did think the boiler bags were thicker, but maybe they're not 5 mil.
They're not. So boilable is safe up to 240 degrees. Okay. They are just 3 mil, but that shouldn't be a problem. The only reason you need 5 mil is if you're doing something that it's got a bone in it, and you're trying to keep it from breaking. But boilable bags, still 3 mil, but rated up to about 240 degrees in temperature.
So John's saying, how do I enter again? Go to waltonsinc.com/live. That's where you can enter to win the Weston Pro ADL. And go to, Patrick, is the win live?
Everything should be
Okay.
live. I mean,
And then
if
go to
you wanna-
waltonsinc.com/win for your chance to enter the Primavac 254 giveaway. And this will be going on all month. We'll draw this winner at the next live show. Oh, and we also have to draw a winner for the knife set. I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
This is last month's giveaway. Whoever wins this wins this. You do not have to be here for this one.
Dan Fryer, he cured 4 24 to 28 pounds hams this weekend. Took 28 hours to get to 160 degrees internal temp using the recommended smoker temps. He peaked out at 190 degrees. Is this normal? Took forever. Smoker ran consistent.
How many did you do?
He says cured 4 24 to 28 pound hams.
Yeah, I mean, no, generally, I think you're saying a half hour for each pound
Well,
to get it up to temp. But it depends on.
It doesn't matter if you have multiple.
Right, no,
Shouldn't
no,
matter.
right. I'm saying a half hour per pound of
Of
that
just-
ham.
Okay.
So 12 hours would be more
Does the
normal
size of
for
the smoker
that.
matter?
It depends
depends.
on what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys love your variables, don't you?
Yeah. My guess would be that you were probably fighting stall like crazy with that. Stall is when the evaporation energy, so the water coming out of your meat, matches or sometimes even exceeds the thermal processing energy, the heat trying to go into the meat. So, a couple ways to combat that. One, you can introduce more thermal energy, turn your smoker up, make it hotter, or you can add more humidity to your smoker. What that does is it makes it harder for the water to evaporate off of the surface of the meat, therefore it doesn't cool it. That's generally what I like to do when possible. The thing we've had the most luck with is get a big water bowl, grab some cheap automotive sponges, the big ones, get them wet, stick them so they're standing up so as much of the sponge is out of the water as possible. That, with all the nooks and crannies in there, that vastly increases the surface area of the water and lets it evaporate a lot better off of the sponge. So, all right, drawing a winner for the knife set and sharpener. So this is our Victorinox, all of our great processing and kitchen knives. And we also included a Chef's Choice, I think the 120 sharpener. And instead of the Capuche meat block, we're doing an 18-inch magnetic knife rack. So this will be the winner for last month, and again, don't need to be here. I know that name. So winners from Chicago, Illinois, USA, and it's Natalie Vadia. I either know that name from social media or maybe Meatgistics, but I feel like social media. So awesome, congratulations, Natalie. You won the knife sharpener and magnetic knife rack prize.
Somebody said she was on the live stream a few times a while
Okay.
back.
Let's go ahead and add that to the.
So just out of curiosity, who is watching us from where? Are you guys working from home watching us? Are you at work watching us? Are you out somewhere watching us? Let us know in the comments if you feel like sharing where you guys are at. I'm kind of curious as to where more people are seeing us from right now. I like Tom's response. International HQ, Excalibur Seasoning. We definitely have a few people that are actually still at work, but it looks like the vast majority of people are at home. We've got another good one from Terry that says, LOL in my PJs at home. I might have to wear my PJs on our next live stream. That sounds a lot more comfortable.
I have a question. Why do you think John grabbed a holiday ale and it's April 1st? I don't understand.
It's probably cheap, probably on sale.
Yeah, I think it expired 10/21/19 is what I'm reading.
Is that what it says,
I
really?
told him that. He goes, it's probably when it was brewed. I go, probably not.
Yeah, as long as, hey, it can be expired, as long as it still tastes good to you, that's all that matters. But Michael Hunkin says he runs his business out of his house, so he is quarantined at work. That's awesome. So what else does anybody have a question out there that we have not answered so far? If you've asked us something and we have skipped over it in the comments, let us know, re-ask that question, and we will see what we can get addressed here.
Awful.
Well, then give it here.
No, I'm drinking it.
Well, then don't complain about it. Do you have my opener?
He does.
Yeah, I was thinking about this.
That's for camera. That's not for you. So this, you won't be able to see it, but this is a really nice Quail Forever opener that the husband of a girl who works here won at a Quail Forever event and was nice enough to donate to us. All right, we ready to draw another jerky and snack stick winner?
Yep, let's go for it.
Would you rather drink Skunk Iron City or Fresh Corona?
What's Iron City?
I'm not sure. The way that
Iron
was
City
asked, I
beer?
assume that was a
Yeah.
very common.
It comes in a gray can, or it used to at least. Oh,
Look familiar at all?
no. Oh, yes, it does. It's very cheap. What am I thinking of?
I'm going to say the Corona.
If it's skunked that, yeah. I can't tell that
He's
story.
assuming that's way better than Corona.
So the winner of the second of 5 snack sticks, we're going to only draw 4, and Patrick's going to choose his favorite commenter, is Kelly Warbis. Kelly, respond in the chat, just letting us know that you are here.
Does the person I pick have to be here?
No.
Okay.
Nope. So Candace hasn't won anything yet, and neither has Hope. How many did Hope win that one day? Was it 3 or was
3,
it
I
4?
think
Was it
3.
3? That was amazing.
So I'm looking through comments, asked people to repost.
Sure.
That didn't get theirs answered. So first one I'm seeing, I made summer sausage and the fibrous casing smelled bad. Is that normal? It depends on your
Depends on what you mean by
definition of
bad.
bad is.
But fibrous casings can't really spoil.
Yeah, they shouldn't
So,
spoil.
They
Like,
don't smell pleasant,
I think they smell horrid.
but that's because you
It's-
have
it's-
a negative association with them.
Yeah, I do.
Right, yeah.
But I don't like the smell of them at all until you actually cook it, process it, then the smell goes away.
Yeah.
It's usually fine after that, but if the casing smells, I wouldn't be concerned. As long as your meat doesn't smell, the casings are fine.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing in those casings that will spoil. Or we should back up there a little bit. There's nothing in our fibrous summer sausage casings that will spoil. Don't know if that's true
True.
for everybody or not, but
Yeah.
just for ours, nothing in them that'll spoil. Trey Simmons says, about to sous vide for the first time some filet steaks. Any do's or don'ts? So when I like my steaks medium rare and more on the rare side. So when I'm sous videing something, I will set the cooker to about 126 degrees, something like that. Leave it in there for a couple hours if I can, and then take it out. Get a cast iron skillet, sizzling hot, or turn my grill all the way up and just do it like a minute, minute and a half aside. Things I would avoid. You can leave it in your sous vide cooker for too long. Austin and I did ones for 2 hours, for 4 hours, for 8 hours, and for 24 hours. The 24-hour one was like nice and tender and everything, but it was more like a roast than a steak. So there definitely is a point of diminishing returns, and I can't remember. I think we said that's somewhere between 4 and 8. So you'll get, if you can leave it in there for 4 hours, you'll end up with a really nice tender product. And then obviously you do need to sear it quickly, because a sous vide steak, if you just tried to eat that, it wouldn't have a pleasing crust. So make sure that you sear it at the end.
Roy is asking, did Morton stop making Tender Quick? The better answer there is, why are you not buying from us instead of Morton's? But the real answer, I don't know. Morton's has stopped making multiple products over the years. My best recommendation there is don't use Morton stuff, because the industry that we're in on some of the home meat products is not a focus for them, and they obviously don't have as big of a focus because they discontinue products in that line. So I would find ways to use something that we offer.
Tender Quick is nitrite and nitrate, though.
Potentially. I think that is what that one is.
Yeah,
I honestly
Tender
don't
Quick
remember.
has both.
Okay. Most people don't need the nitrates. though.
Most don't,
Yeah.
but some do.
Some do.
Some do.
Yeah.
So, Rob Lee says, I'd like to brine and smoke my own bacon. Do you recommend your dry rub bacon cure and bacon taste booster for a first-time user, or first-timer? So, the easiest way to do bacon is with the dry rub. When you're doing dry rub, you don't necessarily need the bacon taste booster. What Bacon Taste Booster is designed to do is to allow you to use modern curing methods, like injecting and then vacuum tumbling, but still achieve a taste similar to old world techniques, which would be the dry rub. Now, having said that, I used to tell people not to use Bacon Taste Booster when they were making imitation bacon as well, until I added it to an imitation bacon, and it, in my mind, was clearly better. Had a stronger bacon taste, I liked it more. So you can go ahead and add the the Bacon Taste Booster to your dry rub if you want. I don't know that it's going to make a huge difference on that, and that is also assuming that you're doing this at home. If you're doing it for commercial processing, totally different set of rules on how many ingoing parts of nitrates you can have. So for that, I wouldn't recommend you do it. But if you're wanting to do it at home and you're wanting to try it out, absolutely, go for it.
You know, Mark Sanchez has a question. He wants to know
Butt fumble?
what sausage will last the longest, like a summer sausage. Is that possible? Is there a seasoning that potentially lasts the longest, or
A seasoning? No, it wouldn't be a dry cured sausage,
dry
like a
cured
fully
sausage.
dry cured sausage. I mean, it's good for basically forever.
Yeah, but it still all comes down to, it doesn't matter what type of meat it is. It's what is your water activity and what is your pH level, which some of those sausages are more apt to be the right ratio of whatever, either lower water activity like jerky,
Right.
or pH like dried sausage. So it really just depends on.
Like a dry cured, so next week we're going to start a big batch of some dry cured sausage here. Won't be ready for a couple months, but we'll eventually definitely get that video up. Like a dry cured product has both. It has the drop in pH, plus
True.
it has low water activity. I mean,
Yeah.
my understanding is it's good for basically forever. Eventually it'll get too hard to eat, but you can wrap it in a wet cloth for a while, and that will rehydrate it to a certain extent. It's my
Yeah.
understanding. Admittedly, if there's one section of sausage making that is definitely not my strong point, it would be that.
As long as one or the other, though, is low enough, I mean, it's going to last. Bacteria won't grow on it. The worst you're going to get is mold. That mold can grow on anything, pretty much. I mean, even in like the dry cured stuff, I mean, we intentionally produce mold on many of those products.
And for anyone wondering why that is, we have a product that's a mold. Basically, what you're wanting to do is introduce a harmless mold that will outcompete any bad mold. So it's just going to grow all over it, but it's doesn't matter if it's on there or not. It prevents any of the darker colored dangerous molds from growing. Jay Trexler says, I need a shower, but I don't want to miss 1 second. You can always rewatch it.
Oh yeah, if you hit the pause button,
Yeah.
you can keep watching.
Yep.
It's
stay at the
not
same
like it's
point.
only live. You can hit pause and then keep going. Now the biggest downside to that is you don't see it live. So if you chat, you're gonna be a little bit behind the times,
Yep.
but no big deal.
what's the spiciest seasoning we carry?
Gigawatt.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we've
Might
done
be-
this before.
might be habanero.
It is not. We have
I
settled
know.
this.
I'm just.
It is
I'm
Gigawatt.
kidding. I know.
So yeah, the Gigawatt jerky and snack stick seasoning is definitely the hottest thing we sell. Throw in some ghost pepper cheese on that, and it's amazing. The one thing that I really like about the Gigawatt is while it is very hot, it also gives a nice flavor, which is how I feel about like an actual habanero. Like, yes, it's hot and it can actually hurt to eat, but you also get some flavor from it. From some of those insane, like the Trinidad Scorpion and the Reaper, they just hurt to eat. It's not fun at a certain point. Georgette asks, have you ever had Abita beer? Yep. Drank a good amount of Purple Haze.
Oh, that's a Beta? I've had that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Gerald wants to know, well, he says he's been making German garlic sausage for years using hog casings, thinking about trying collagen casings. What do you think?
So collagen, and I mean, that's the two big things. Collagen is a lot easier to use. It requires no preparation. Take it out of the package, cut it to whatever length will fit on your stuffing tube, put it on, and you're stuffing. You're good to go. The downside to that is it is more difficult to make it accept and hold a twist. So a lot of the times what will happen is after you've twisted them during the cooking process, they'll either come open, or if you cut them before you put them on the grill or in the smoker, they'll come open as they're cooking. If that's not a big deal to you, then the collagen's a great choice. If that is a big deal to you, then the tubed hog casings cost a few dollars more, but go look at Meatgistics, people who have used the tubed hog casings, and our social media where I post a bunch of customer reviews on those. They are so much easier to use. They come on a plastic sleeve, so you don't have to untangle anything. They're all separate. You just rinse the salt off the outside, let them sit in hot water for like 30 minutes. Then you take your stuffing tube, it's got an obvious opening end, you put it over that, slide it all on, pull that stuffing or the plastic sleeve out, and your casings are perfectly loaded on there. They are also a higher quality casing. This is like what they're expecting commercial people to use. So you're gonna get better runs of the sausage in there. So basically, if you need it to hold a twist, go with your natural hog casings. If you don't care about that and you just want ease of use, then go ahead and use the collagen. Somebody somewhere said that they kicked their son off of the computer who was doing homework, which I respect. If they're not going to be going to class, why make them do homework? That doesn't seem
there's
fair.
no reason. I mean, what's more important, your child's education or watching John and I and winning stuff like a vacuum sealer,
Clearly.
a dehydrator,
Clearly us.
all kinds of stuff? Yeah, I would choose the winnings, personally.
So John says, do your natural hog casings have to be refrigerated? So you say have to? No. They come packed in salt or a salt solution, depending on the one you get. For long-term storage, though, there's no reason not to put them in the fridge. If you're going to use them the next couple of days, that's fine. But if it's going to be any more than a couple of days, just throw them in the fridge for that extra level of protection.
So we had a question about coupon codes and how long some of them last on the ones that we give out specifically on the live streams. And that's all random, to be honest. There is no, it always lasts this long, that long. We will normally tell you guys how long they last.
Yes.
There is one still going on right now, Live 321, that one of the guys, Brian, on here, he said was working for him. But if you're questioning whether one of the coupons works or not, honestly, you just got to watch the live stream and see what did we throw out there, when did we say it was good till, but that's how you know. That being said, feel like it's time for a coupon code.
That's early on, but okay.
Well, this one, I've got a special one, and then we'll do one for everybody afterwards. So we always try to do a coupon code of some sorts. So we'll have one for everyone towards the end of the live stream here. But we've got one that is good for the first 5 people that use it. Yeah, so surprised I didn't tell you I was doing this. But, so the coupon code is April Fools. It is not an April Fools, but the first 5 customers get 20% off their order. Use that coupon code April Fools in your cart at waltonsinc.com, and that will give you 20% off, but it's only good for the first 5 people that use it.
Is it capped or
Capped?
anything?
You capping it? He didn't. So if
Yes.
you have something, go do it right now. You might be able to sneak it
Get
through.
that $10,000
But he didn't do that. So
I didn't set it up that way to initially save it, but yeah, I'm
Somebody
going to cap
better
it.
do it.
Get some Tulsa
We're going to
stuff.
cap it at $200.
Okay. So double what we normally
Yeah.
cap it up. Cool.
I got a question about the Meatgistics gray shirts. We're out of extra large. When will we be back with more?
Is this a
No, this is
customer question
No,
or is this your question?
I wear a 2X, and I have plenty.
I'll go ahead and review stock sometime this week, and we'll look at reordering. We are also talking about possibly coming up with a different design. So this would be probably, if we're going to do it, this would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
Get it switched out. And while we're talking about new designs,
Oh, hey, I was going to eat some more jerky, but
no,
I'll delay
go
on that.
do that now, or hand it to me. I'll take it.
No, this is my hat. So we are officially, after this is over, or maybe I'll set it up while we're doing the live stream here, but I'm throwing Team Orange to the side for a moment. No one panic too
Forever?
much. No, not forever. Don't panic. Team Orange is not going anywhere. But for today,
Oh boy.
I am Team Gray, because we got a really sweet hat in from the guy that does like all our hats, our shirts, our kind of custom Waltons products. Anything that has a Waltons logo on it, we have one company in specific do. Their company name is Victory 2, like TOO. So you can visit them at victorytoo.com. But we've got this hat. Can you show it on your camera?
That was a good throw. He missed it, but it was a
So
good
it's
throw.
like a faux leather background with the Waltons logo like laser etched into it. But it's a white with a gray front. It's I don't know. It's a very nice hat.
Patrick has excellent Vanna White skills. Really, really good.
It's
at
very
that.
true.
It's the perfect tee.
It's a little different than a lot of our hats in that it's actually structured and a little higher profile, but it's still similar, but it's different. But I'm in love
cool
with
hat.
this hat right
It's
now.
a cool hat. Looks really good live. I don't know if that comes across, but it looks good. Nick Hall, I lost it somewhere. Nope, there it is. He made south of the border cheddar wurst, and they came out a bit too hot for the wife. Can they be thinned down with meat? Yep, absolutely. Another option would be to add more fat or add a mild cheese like mozzarella or something. That'll help a little bit. But your best option is to go ahead and if she thinks it's 10% too hot, add 10% more meat.
Option C, get a new wife.
Oh,
Don't
Hey,
do that.
yikes. No, Nick Hall's
Never met him.
Team Blue.
Oh, well, that's why.
He's one of the guys who called in.
We did have a small conversation break out about Carolina Reaper peppers.
Okay.
Some guy, I've never read this before. Someone's grandpa swears by planting the plants in 4 separate corners of the yard, saying that it will retain more heat that way. I don't know anything about it. I do know,
Yeah, I don't know enough.
about 10 to 20 comments came off about Carolina Reaper pepper.
And that was just one of the ones?
That was
Okay.
just one of them.
Not multiple people weren't saying that?
A couple. Well, no. That was one person said
I
that.
said that. Okay.
I found that to be very intriguing.
So what would be the thought process there, that it's got all the minerals it could possibly need?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that would be the thought process, which
Instead
is
of
possible.
thinning
But
them out
that does
across.
sound like an old wives' tale.
Yeah, yeah.
It really does. What were the other comments on Carolina Reaper?
Someone makes it into a sauce or something, or they add it to other stuff.
Sure. In a very cut down form, they can be fine. Colton had Carolina Reaper peanuts, and those were actually really
She
good.
sounds like a sweetheart.
Those were really good. But to eat one of those peppers is not, it's a dare, basically. So. Oh, that just jumped. Don't remember he's in line to jump the broom. Is his intended aware of his thinking?
I'm not sure what
Jerry
he said.
Lawler?
I had a stroke reading that. I
He
don't know
is
what-
he's true royalty.
Yeah, me?
No, him.
Oh no,
Jerry the King.
I don't even know what that means. What's he even telling me?
Well, jump the broom is get married.
Oh. Speaking of old wives' tales.
Chad Hendrickson says, please don't do this, but I can't compare to Vanna without seeing the legs.
Oh, we can make that
No,
happen.
no, we can't.
I have great calves.
No, we can't. I can tell you it's not true about the peppers. I grow them commercially. That's Nick Hall.
You know, he says a lot about everything. I can't know if I can trust that guy.
Few people are asking about how the jerky is.
It's amazing. That's why I keep eating it. Like, just actually take this away, throw it across the room, do something, because I'm gonna eat it the whole live stream. It's actually. Did you throw extra sugar in this one? No. Yeah. No. It's just. I mean, it's tender.
That's the smoke schedule.
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
my favorite part when you guys don't talk and just eat a lot of food.
It's I don't know. So it's got like a spice to it. It's not spicy,
Right.
but it's got a spice to it.
They did a good job imitating that like buffalo wing heat. So it's like a vinegar kind of heat, but it's pleasant. So I don't know. This is a very good jerky seasoning. I'd be surprised if any of the winners of the snack sticks and jerky like the snack sticks more than the jerky. I think most people will vastly prefer the jerky, which makes some sense. It is not a jerky and snack stick seasoning. It is specifically designed for jerky. So. Nick, can you confirm that somebody said, I always heard that water makes for hotter peppers, or maybe they're talking about when you eat it and then you drink water. Yeah, that definitely does.
The Bud Light couch is here to stay, and it's not going anywhere.
Is somebody talking about the Bud Light couch?
Are you serious?
Yeah, just a month later, I go, you know what, guys? It's not leaving.
It's mine.
I got a whole room for it.
So Chef Raul wants us to answer a question about equipment. Yeah, go ahead and ask that, Chef. We'll look out for that. How well we'll be able to answer that? Not sure. We might have to get you to a commercial salesman, but.
So he didn't ask a question. He's asked if we're prepared for a question.
I believe.
It's probably the way to do it.
Oh, we're prepared for anything, but we may not give you an answer like, yeah, in the first 2 seconds, but we're prepared for anything. I mean, we're right next to the sales office. Call over there and be like, hey, somebody give us an answer.
I'll go Kool-Aid guy through the wall.
Dude, I'd pay to see that.
All right, so I'm going to draw another winner for the snack sticks and jerky. So this will be the third. We'll have one more after that, and Patrick will then pick his favorite commenter. So it can be like an aggregate, like somebody who did a bunch of things. It could be you're just like that one was so good.
I got a favorite
Okay.
one. It happened a while ago, but I thought it was funny.
That's fine.
John V definitely didn't win because he's begging to win. So
No, John V doesn't want to win your thing. He wants to win the dehydrator.
I can guarantee
you
he's
have
not gonna win.
no say over
He's-
that.
With a name like that, he's not winning anything. John 5 or John V?
So this is somebody who entered today. It is Christopher McKeon. I think I've seen McKeon a few times in the comments. I might be mistaking that for something else. But Christopher McKeon won some snack sticks and some jerky.
So Chef Raul is asking about, where'd it go?
60
I just
to
saw it.
120 pound batches about 4 to 6
there we go.
times a year.
So if you're doing over 100 pounds 6 times a year, you need a 32, and you ought to have like at least the Weston Butcher Series. I wouldn't even
Right,
do that. I'd do the Pro
did the
Series.
Pro.
Like, yeah, hands
120
down.
is a lot, especially if you're doing a cured sausage where that second grind is going to be through a 1/8 plate. That takes a good amount of power. Now, could you get away with a 22? Yeah, you could. It's going to take you literally almost all day, and you'll have to keep moving things into the fridge, out of the fridge, into the freezer, out of the freezer. A 32 would give you the ability to pretty much just power through it all at once. So if you're making a cured sausage, yeah, go with the 32 Pro. If you're making a fresh sausage, you could get away with either the 32 Butcher or the 22 Pro, but that's going to take you a lot longer. So that would be our recommendation. And then also, for sure, if price isn't a huge option or a huge obstacle, I'll look at the Pro Cut. For that, I would definitely say you could do the 22. Pro Cut makes a 22 that will chew through meat a lot faster than even the Weston Pro. It is also a lot more expensive. And that is dedicated grinder. It does not have stuffing attachments. It doesn't do anything else but grind. Ooh, somebody said Sloop John V. That is a great song. Yeah, Wood Butcher says Sloop John V.
Michael McDermott is asking, whether to watch Walton's Live or coronavirus briefing. I feel like that's a pretty obvious choice. Like,
Yeah.
with what's going on in the world right
You've
now,
heard
I
it
feel
all
like you
before.
don't have a choice. Like, you need to protect your safety, and you need to be the most aware of what you can to protect you and your family. So you should watch John and I.
Yeah.
Have a good time over here.
We'll make
and,
sure that you're not giving anyone food poisoning.
Yeah.
That's
If anything big breaks out, we'll let you know, because I'm pretty sure if anything big broke, we'd have people running around here going, "Hey, hey."
I want
So-
that hat.
No, you can't have this hat.
Now, you could do it with blue or orange in the. That would be cool looking. Gray, blue, and gray, orange.
Where?
No, so you do it in the white.
Oh, in
Here,
the
here's the
wedding.
thing.
Oh.
Oh, no, we're
you don't
keeping on the blue.
You don't
It's
understand.
happening.
We're never doing a
It is
blue hat
happening.
again.
Oh, it's happening.
No.
Oh.
What you don't understand is that,
Ultimate power move.
It's
right
happening.
is that, yeah, I have ultimate power, and the best way to shut this thing down is to just never make a blue hat again. And then I'm actually
Oh,
gonna,
he's right. It is Sloop John B. Sorry, Woods Butcher. It's not Sloop John B. That is my favorite Beach Boys song, though. Doak Proctor says, Dr. Fauci ain't handing out jerky. That is accurate. We are, and he is not.
Nick Hall says peppers actually aren't hot. It's your brain tricking you into thinking it's hot. This is some voodoo stuff I've never
What is he
heard
saying?
of. He says peppers aren't actually hot. It's your brain tricking you into thinking it's hot.
But they have capsaicin in them.
Hey man, I don't yell.
Nick, can you explain that a little bit more?
You can get burned by capsaicin, right? Like not just like
burn
it's
your-
hot, but you
your
can
lips.
get burned.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
use something called capsaicin HP as a muscle rub, and
Me too. I use it.
when I put it on, like I'll have huge red patches like where I put on because it is like burning your skin. So yeah, I believe you can.
Yeah. So I don't think it's in your head.
I think he's saying
peppers are
something more
hot.
scientific that's in layman's terms isn't speaking volumes to exactly what it actually is.
Yeah.
If not, then that's just crazy.
No, Kurt, no, that is not better than Sloop John B. So what's the seasoning we're using on the jerky we're eating? That's also what we're giving away. That is it's new for us from Excalibur. It is buffalo wing jerky seasoning, and it is really, really good. So we've got at least one more we're gonna draw. Maybe I could probably get another extra one in there. I've got another bag of jerky in there I could probably divide out. So we'll draw at most 2 more, and then Patrick is gonna pick his favorite comment throughout.
It's already
the thing.
decided unless something funny really comes across the page.
So you've decided you're going funny. It's not like this person
It
added a
wasn't-
bunch. Like
I didn't have a premise for it to begin with, but like I think something that's like not of the norm. It can be a question, it can be a comment. Whatever I find, and I just like internally chuckle and hold on to over the rest of the ones, because like
Okay.
at a certain point in the stream, we get from question to then comments, and then so not that that's at fault of any other viewer. That's just
right.
that's what happens. So
Okay.
I'm kind of biased towards whatever. I kind of find something 30% through the stream. If nothing matches it, then I'll just go with that one.
Candace, no, the new hat is not on sale yet. That is just one sample hat we got in. We will definitely look at ordering those pretty soon, though. Even somebody who said they were Team Orange said you still need a Team Blue hat. You saw that.
Here's the thing,
You
though.
saw that comment.
You remember what Patrick said? I have ultimate power.
Yeah, not
I
really.
don't have to take other people's opinions into this. I might, and I probably will, but yours and that other person's, they don't count. If I just hear 2, I don't care.
Dan Fryer says, any recommendation to make a bacon with a pepper or sweet coating? Tried Blue Ribbon and Sweeter Than Sweet Cure, but looking for something sweeter or maybe a pepper coating. When is it applied? Couple different things. If you're going to dry rub it, do it at the same time. We have 5 pepper rub, right? Is it 5?
5 pepper blend?
5 pepper blend.
Yeah.
I did that once. I injected, held overnight, and then before I put it in the smoker, rubbed the whole outside with the 5 pepper blend, and that was amazing. Really, really good bacon. But if you're going to dry rub it, you can actually add it when you apply the rest of, or all the cure. That'll help it get in there. But with injecting, holding overnight, and then smoking the next day, I just did it before I put it in the smoker. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the 5 pepper blend would be really good. I've never done it, but I can almost guarantee you cinnamon toast rubbed on the outside of blue ribbon maple bacon would be amazing.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh, you've done it? Okay. So yeah, I can imagine that's incredible.
Yeah, 2 of my favorites I've actually gotten from one of our commercial processors. I got like a whole slab of bacon that I assume was the blue ribbon maple bacon because it's one of the most popular ones we sell, but the bacon with like jalapeno flakes caked on the outside. It was tumbled in jalapeno flakes. It was cooked then with them packing that back on. And then when you slice it, I mean, a lot of them fall off, but at that point, it's imparted the flavor. Yeah. And then another one with cinnamon toast. It was
gotta be good.
Amazing. Yeah. It honestly, it's very similar to like the dehydrated bacon that you've done.
Oh, okay.
If you like the cinnamon toast there,
You'll like it there.
Yeah,
There you go.
You're gonna like it.
The understatement of the century goes to Sharon. Says your hatch green chili brat seasoning is good, and we have a couple people wondering. Or Austin needs a hat. Period. Stop blinding everyone. and someone saying they're Team Orange. And yeah, back to you guys.
If I remember right, we've had like 400 comments for Team Orange so far.
I don't think
that's.
you're,
I think that's a record.
Right? No.
I think that's a record.
Linda K asks, "Do you guys sell the jerky?" No, we don't. So our slogan is everything but the meat. So we sell all the seasoning, equipment, supplies, anything you would need to make it at home.
Should I just ban her real quick?
No.
Get rid of her?
No. Now I'm feeling maybe we shouldn't give you the power over who wins this one. Maybe I'll choose. Yeah, so Chef Earl says, I see you're out of stock on the Weston Pro 32.
Yeah.
So the difference between the Pro and the Butcher Series is the Pro is going to have a little bit more horsepower to it. They're going to use the same plates and knives. Oh, I still haven't done that for you.
Did I send you the file?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, sorry, that's totally off topic. The difference is going to be the Pro Series has more horsepower to the motor, so it's going to be a little bit better about forcing the meat down towards the plate and knife. If you're using it 6 times a year for 60 to 120 pound batches, the Butcher Series will work for you. It just might take a little bit longer.
We have a potential special delivery coming our way in a second. Not to alarm you.
Okay.
Potential special delivery coming our way.
Okay.
When?
Could be now. Could be 60 seconds from now. I'm not sure.
Is it a pizza?
No.
I hope it's a pizza. Oh, well, that's not fun.
Is it a Team Orange video destroying Team Blue?
Wouldn't that be funny?
Then no one cares, Patrick. Although I will say, this is the furthest lead that any of us have ever had, and I feel let down by it. Team Blue is officially getting destroyed by Team Orange
That's terrible.
by 8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah.
8. Oh,
So
wow,
they-
that's
yeah.
even bigger than the Weiler plate.
Very rare 16-inch grinder plates. Very heavy.
That's way bigger than a Weiler plate.
John, you shouldn't pick this up. You're probably not strong enough
Let
to.
me
See, look.
I wanna hold
like
it.
one hand.
Very rare 16-inch grinder plate here we're playing
Wow,
with.
that is heavy.
I know, like, to a lot of you guys at home, like, that looks ridiculous, but there's a lot of processors out there. Like, the big boys, a lot of the big boys across the country use big plates like that. You can literally drop, like, a car into their meat grinder. What they can do on, like, what you can do on a number 12 is insane. It's kind of cool to see what's the really big, what's the really small, and how does it all interact, because they're all the same, but they all have some minute differences. But that is amazing.
Why? What? I mean, on a regular size plate, This you get like 5 of these holes in there. So what is that?
Probably a first grind of something. I don't know.
That is awesome. So this isn't a Weiler. Weiler's not this big. Right? Do I still have that Weiler? Yeah.
No,
that's a
Weilers
Weiler.
are not that big.
That is huge.
I mean, they're probably literally throwing in like a side of beef.
Yeah. Just letting it chew it all up.
Mm-hmm.
That is great.
Or it could be chicken. Honestly, it could be like a. Well, no, they have special machines for that. I was gonna say like a mechanically separated chicken,
So
but
these holes are big enough for my thumb to easily fit through. I mean, that's, if you can't tell how big they are huge.
I don't know. It's like 3/8 of an inch.
No. It's an inch.
That was a joke against
Oh.
the size of your hands.
Oh. Like, definitely not 3/8.
No, so is that like inch and a half? I can't quite tell.
I would guess an inch.
Okay.
That's about an inch. That is awesome. All right, take it away.
Do we know where it came from?
I'm assuming Colton brought it.
Is Colton resurfacing it?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, that definitely came from one of our big boy customers then. That's all we sell to customers
James
like that.
Patrick says we use something like that at his work.
Well, for the most part. We try not to hit what we call the big boy market. It's not enjoyable for us. We enjoy working with individuals, either from a personal, a truly an individual, or if it's a commercial meat processor, something that we can talk to the owner on. It's a small to mid-sized place, something with less than 100 employees. But something like that, then it come out of place with
No.
100 or
No, that's
less
enormous.
employees. That came out of
That
place
is
with like
enormous.
100,000 or
Yep.
less employees.
All right, but a breaker plate isn't an inch and something in the holes aren't an inch and something in diameter. And it looked like a breaker plate because it's how many holes there were per the size of it. But it still matters what the actual sizes are. Right? An inch is too big to be a breaker plate. Half inch, I would say. I might be wrong there. For somebody who works in a big commercial processing plant, you have more experience with breaker plates than I do.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would say it's not enough, but maybe it is going from a chunk down to a hole that size, then go down to a 3/8.
Right.
Does it do enough? But then I'd say, well, it doesn't get enough small particle size out of it doing it that way, right? Like, I don't know. Be a good question for one of the commercial guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, my grandpa. That's what he did, was grinder plates that were massive like that when he started the place. I probably won't call him because I don't know, Grandpa. If you're actually watching right now, call me and I'll answer. But I'm not going to call you. He's gone through some health stuff right now that if he's not watching, I'm not.
Here's how I know he's bored. He followed me on Instagram either today or yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Really.
It's like little Donnie Doodad.
I gotta make sure my ringer's on.
I saw Tiger King somewhere in there.
Have you watched that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
My wife keeps.
In the first 30 seconds, I knew, with no audio, I knew that I had to watch the rest of it.
Native American Enterprises.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so we're an hour and 45 in.
Hey.
Hello. Can't believe you let your phone talk to you like that.
Hey.
Yeah, so that's why I don't actually normally
Phone is your servant.
put my ringer on, because I get emails every 2 seconds. But
No, you didn't like that.
I like it.
Oh, now you like it.
Fine. You guys like beer? Hope it's stuck in there.
So do we want to draw the re-winner too early? Maybe wait till 4:30, 2 hours in?
So what do we have left to
Yeah.
draw for exactly?
So we've got
The
at
dehydrator,
least- yeah, we've got the dehydrator. We've got at
John's
lea-
house,
absolutely.
John's
not.
shirt, John's hat,
John's house would be
John's
pretty sweet.
wallet.
I will give you none of these things. So we've got at least one more drawing for snack sticks and jerky, maybe 2. That second one might only be getting jerky, but you're getting the better half there. You're still
Yeah.
gonna pick a winner, even though I'm questioning my.
Your house is almost like where Bill Murray lived at during Caddyshack. A little better, a little nicer.
Oh, you mean in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
during the
Like,
filming
what
of
are you talking about?
Caddyshack, where Bill Murray
Yeah,
lived.
well, like, I don't know. Maybe that makes sense. Yeah, no. Pool. It does have a pond, and then obviously we're gonna draw the winner for the Weston ADL Pro Dehydrator that somebody won last month and did not claim. So I mean that's happened a few times, and every time it's happened, we're not trying to hoard these pieces of equipment or giveaways. We always will add them to the next live stream. So. And for that ADL, what we're going to do is if you entered on the Saturday we ran it, the 21st, you don't have to be here to win that. But if you win it from your entry today, you have to be here.
So someone also asked, by the way, what's the warranty on it? The warranty is like it's brand new.
It's like
so
we're selling it to
the
you.
day that we sell it to you at 0 cost and we ship it to you, that's when your warranty begins. We're just taking something out of inventory here, selling it at a 0 cost. So warranty is normal on it.
Hey, when you guys want to boot the Shovel Baron for spamming Team Orange a million times?
Oh, is that still going on? I saw that a while ago.
I blocked it, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, if you're gonna spam
He's
the
still
chat,
going.
even if no, he won't. He'll stop. I blocked him. If you're gonna spam the chat, even if you're putting out Team Orange out there, as much as I love Team Orange, I'm still gonna block you. John's gonna block you. Patrick's gonna block you. We're all gonna block you eventually. Just keep it civil. Like, have some pride for whichever side you're going for or what your opinion is on a matter or what we're talking about, but don't spam the chat, because no matter what you're saying, we're going to block you if you're spamming the chat.
I wonder if we could set up an automatic, kind of like 3 or 4 of the
Yeah.
same thing in a row.
Cody says no warranty for you, freeloader.
Can we make people moderators, or is that not a YouTube specific thing?
I don't think there's a way to do it during a live stream chat.
Yeah,
I
on
don't think there's a
YouTube,
way
I
to
don't
do it.
know.
Plus, I just don't feel like doing
Well,
that.
there's a few guys I trust in here to do a good job at that. But
Sure, but yeah. Tex says it goes to show Team Blue is a superior team. I mean, I didn't want to go right out there and say it, but and Caddyshack is a great movie.
we're forming a new team, Team Gray. It's a movement. It's a merger of sorts, and it's a neutral color palette, so it matches anything you want to wear.
You need a banner on the video.
Well,
Didn't
we
have
had
a
one.
bottom third.
Yeah, we
You
had
took
one.
it down.
I took it down.
Okay.
I could put it back, but I'm not going to do it after they tell me to.
All right, I am going to draw another snack stick winner. And then at 4:30, I will draw the winner for the Weston Pro ADL.
Okay.
All right, so this person will win snack sticks, jerky, and the seasoning to make it. And this is somebody who entered last Saturday, and the winner is Rick Dolan. So Rick, you won that. Now that is, I had planned on 5 jerky and snack stick seasonings, so we've drawn 4, and Patrick's going to choose one, but I think I'll draw one more because I don't particularly feel like ending it on somebody who might not be with us right now.
So Team Gray, you have to have a beard or like people that have beards.
Okay, that's
It's a prerequisite. That's it.
okay.
Other
That's
than
it.
that,
That's all you
yeah,
have to do.
nothing- and yeah.
All right. All right, the heat, this is from Nick Hall, who grows hot peppers commercially. The heat of a chili pepper is not actually a taste. That burning feeling comes from the body's pain response system. Capsaicin inside the pepper activates a protein in people's cells called TRPV1. This protein's job is to sense heat. When it does, it alerts the brain. The brain then responds by sending a jolt of pain back to the affected part of the body. Normally, the body's pain response helps prevent serious injury. If a person accidentally places their fingers on a hot stove, the pain makes them jerk away. The result, a minor burn, not permanent skin damage. So, yes, but you could also say then a sweet taste is just your brain's response to that too. Unless there's something specifically different about your taste buds where they don't actually taste.
Sounds like an April Fool's joke to
The
me,
heat?
John.
No. No, it doesn't. I mean, it makes
Sure it does.
sense.
Oh yeah.
To me, at least.
Oh God.
To those of us who can think.
The guy that listens to books instead of reading them. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I love it.
Absolutely not. Okay, so we are going to draw another winner. And this winner will win both snack sticks and jerky if I can do it. But it might be just jerky. Tim Mitchell. Tim Mitchell, you're the winner of the last, or actually second to last, set of jerky and snack sticks and the seasoning. Patrick is also going to go ahead and pick his favorite.
Right now?
A few minutes.
Few minutes. If you think you might have won the comment that I'm picking, I can't pronounce your last name, so that's a good sign. If you have
If you have a
common
difficult
last name,
last
yeah,
name,
you
yeah.
you're not in the running.
TRPV1 sounds like a new virus.
But it does.
Huh. Birds don't have that receptor, so they eat peppers and never feel anything.
He's pulling your chain, dude.
I don't imagine a bird having a taste bud. Right?
I wouldn't imagine you thinking a lot of things. Any more last questions you guys might have? I'll read them off. Feel free to spam the chat
To a certain degree.
to a certain degree. There's no rules, man. Austin's gone. I'm here.
Yeah. A bunch of people are saying birds don't sense heat. Well, then, Candace, I'd imagine you'd like it if I grew my beard, because it's mostly white at this point. It's not
Oh,
no
she'd be
salt
into
and
that.
pepper,
Yeah.
just white.
Just what? Is that Gandalf the gray or the white?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
always
I
confused.
don't know what I would.
What's the difference between him?
Oh,
Gandalf.
It's been forever. It was the
The gr-
gray before he came
goes
back,
as white?
and then he came back as white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're quasi nerds. We're not all the way there. Well,
Close.
John will argue I like wrestling, so I'm full blown. I think didn't we have a whole argument one day? I go, no, wrestling nerds are way cooler than Lord of the Ring nerds. I think like verbatim, that was the conversation.
Yeah, I think we did. Georgette wants to know, can she be Team Gray even though she has no beard?
Yeah, I told
Patrick said it was just you have to like beards.
I said you could have a beard or like beards. You have to pledge allegiance to the beard, though. Because once I shaved once here, right, and it was like a borderline disgust for people in the office. Yeah, it was.
It was terrible.
I de-aged 12 years easy.
And not in a good way.
Yeah.
All right. We are 429, so I'm going to go ahead and draw the winner. This is for the Weston Pro 80L that people did not claim last month.
Armpit beards
Again,
do count.
You'll have 5 minutes to respond if you won today. If you're from 321, you don't have to be here. That was part of the deal in doing that early drawing.
Oh, Wood Butcher 681 says he puts cayenne pepper in bird food to keep the squirrels from eating it.
Oh, okay.
That's all the evidence you'll need right there.
So the birds won't eat it, but the
birds
will,
eat it.
but the squirrels won't. That makes
One
sense.
squirrel does and freaks out and tells the other ones not to.
What's that? Just freaks out and says no.
It says, yeah. People watch him. I'm going to watch that dude eat it.
Right. Let's see how this goes. All right. So, winner for the 80L is from today. So you've got 5 minutes to respond once I say and post your name. Christopher Scribner.
Sound very confident of that last name.
And it's not that hard.
Now, what did that guy just win?
That guy just won the Weston Pro 80L, but like I said, he's got 5 minutes to respond, so till
if he could claim it,
4:35.
that would be sweet. We've been trying to give that thing away for a while now.
Yep. That's why we're not. No, sweet. I thought Patrick had drank the last one on me.
You can't do simple arithmetic.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, feel free to grab
Chris Scribner is here.
Did you just peel that off with your bare hand?
Ring. Yeah, Chris Scribner is here. So, Chris, congratulations. Awesome. I'll go ahead and send you an email tomorrow morning, and we'll get it figured out and sent out to you.
You ever see the guys that can use their eye on a beer?
Their eye?
Yeah, their eye. Yeah.
Like a twist off?
No, not a twist off.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
No, that sounds terrible.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
Face. No face.
I
Chest,
draw it
maybe.
before that.
Do you?
That's
Belly
terrible.
button? You don't want belly button?
I don't want that either.
Aw.
All right, Chris Scribner won the Weston 80L. So congratulations, Chris. That's awesome. We'll go ahead and get in contact with you tomorrow. For everybody else, we're going to keep going here for a while, but make sure you go on over to waltonsinc.com/win to enter the giveaway for this. That giveaway is going to be going all month. We will draw the winner for that at the next live stream we do at the beginning of May, end of April, however it works out, one of the 2 days. But yeah.
We got 2 comments. Nick Hall told me I'm not supposed to touch my face. I don't know how he knows that. I haven't been on screen in a while. And this is one's from your wife, John. She wants to know if what happened to your original wedding ring, if you're doing that with your spare wedding ring. Like, is that what really happened to it?
No.
Ooh.
Is that actually my wife?
No, that's me
Oh,
joking.
Okay. No, I did lose my original wedding ring. My dogs were fighting in the side yard. I had been drinking. When I drink, my hands get dehydrated. It slipped right off. I was more concerned with getting them apart. So I lost track of exactly where it was. I have real thick grass. So I know it's in like a 30 by 30 area. And I've walked over that barefoot a bunch of times. I don't know where it is.
Metal detector?
It's tungsten. So I don't think it shows up on a normal metal detector.
Well, did you ever look that up?
No.
Okay.
Just assuming. I don't know. I don't have one of those.
I don't think so.
I have a spare.
All right,
So-
so the winner for the Weston ADL was here.
Oh, perfect.
So we're good on that.
Was it Hope Ford?
It was not Hope Ford
God,
or
I hope
Candace
not.
Kleist. Neither one of them won anything today.
Okay. So I talked with 3 different people in here, and then I did get a response from my grandpa, because my grandpa is like the expert on everything that's massive in the grinder plate arena. The others were kind of leaning this direction, but then when I got the answer from my grandpa, so that big plate with like a 16-inch plate, like that big around, 1-inch holes. Basically, it's a big boy out there taking like frozen meat and they're grinding it, using it as a breaker plate. You could go smaller, but they're trying to do the first grind as fast as possible.
Okay.
So that first grind, when you do it in that inch size hole, I mean, it just goes like that.
Okay.
So
That's what he
then-
said. He called it a breaker plate.
Yeah.
So they were right.
So then you're gonna run down to a depending on what you're doing after that, a 3/8, a 1/8, a number 29, whatever, depending upon the sausage you're making. But your second grind's still gonna be slower. But because you have such a big grinder,
It'll be faster. Than
yeah, you're not as that second grind's always going to be slower. You're just trying to speed up that first one as fast as you can, because from a one inch down to that smaller one on a grinder that size won't make as big of a difference as going like a 3/8 to 1 inch or 3/8 to 1/8 versus like the whole muscle down to whatever your breaker plate is. But yeah, basically just massive breaker plate. But those grinders, like a number 22 that we sell for like guys at home, or maybe like a 2-horse or a 4-horse, a 5-horse that we sell, as you start to get into like the lower end, like commercial side, these grinders are like 75 horsepower at a minimum. They're 100 horsepower, 150 horsepower. They're at a minimum 75 horsepower.
Wow.
So put that into
Yeah,
perspective.
think about how big that auger has to be up
Yeah.
against that plate. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Go.
This is my pick now.
This is your pick. Patrick is going to announce his pick
geez.
for the last
Okay.
jerky and snack stick giveaway.
Let me see. A while ago, I took a picture of it. A gentleman named Reed Hataja said, I was trying to teach myself how to use a stone properly, but my wife said it was too creepy sitting in the dark watching her sleep while I did it. This social isolation may be getting to her. So for that, you won a bag of, what is it, snack sticks or jerky?
He's going to win snack sticks and jerky,
Snack sticks
plus
and
the
jerky.
seasoning to make it.
Plus the seasoning to make it. So
That
look
is
out
great.
for that in the mail. And if you're
That is
not here,
great.
you will get a notification from us. So thank you very much.
Patrick, do me a favor and just email me that person's
Yeah,
name.
totally.
Okay. All right. That is excellent. That is a pretty funny comment, actually.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Tungsten has physical properties that make it detectable by VLF and PI metal detectors. Electrical conductivity is pretty high.
Now you got to be friends with the nerd, though. I think that's the hard part.
So doesn't your grandfather have, wasn't your dad saying he's big into?
Yeah, metal detectors?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I sent him a message asking if he can detect tungsten. So he started typing.
Cool.
We'll see what he responds with.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by nerd, I meant the coolest guy you'll ever meet.
Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Bet my wife would find it right away. She's looked.
Really?
Yep.
So if you find the original, are you going back to the original, or are you
No,
tied
the original. Yeah, the original was a little bit too big, so it would slide off a lot easier
multiple
than this.
times a day and
Yeah.
annoy everyone in the office.
And
yeah.
run along the floor. I'm one of the few people who lost weight after I got married, so
I wear. Someone
The
actually
silicone?
asked this earlier. They said, "Can you use your wedding ring to open up the beer bottle?" It was earlier.
That's what I
on.
do.
I do not, because I wear a silicone one, because I'm one of the many people who put on weight after you get married.
That's what you're supposed to do.
We're not nerds. Ted Koski found a ring worth $12,000.
Yeah, so my grandpa says that it should be able to. It'll
Okay.
it'll detect like anything metal.
Cool.
So
That'd be awesome. I would love to find that because I did. Obviously, I love that ring.
Ted
do you
Koski,
want
can
me
take
to
it
ask him to
GameStop.
borrow one?
$80.
Sure. Yeah, if he can.
If it's easy to use, right? Just turn it on and walk over there.
Nick Hall. I lost weight after my divorce. Dropped 350 pounds overnight.
Nice.
Apparently, I found that funnier than everyone else here, Nick. There you go. Yep. So redneck vet. Mine falls off and. Nope. Now I get what you're doing. No, I take that back. But yeah, when I'm out drinking with my wife, it often falls off because I have my hand down in a bar, and like I said, my fingers contract and it falls off. Not what you're saying. So, out of anyone who's still here, I'd like to ask, did you have any problems finding this stream today? And if not, what alerted you to come here? Was it a social media post, a email we sent out, or did you just know it would be on this date? We're just curious as to what the most effective way of communicating is.
I mean,
Got a
is there
yes.
much other
Sweet.
ways we can reach out besides those three?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not that I can.
Notifications, make sure you click the bell next to the subscribe button.
Yep.
You'll get notified every time we go live or release a brand new video.
YouTube recommended us to Cody. Email,
Nice.
Well, that's good.
a notification, email. All right, well, I think that's
we could send a personal letter.
pretty. I think that's pretty clear that.
You know, that would be very interesting. Just as kind of it would have been good for an April Fool's today, like because people don't expect anything they see. But to have sent out like a letter, like a physical letter saying, "Hey, join us on YouTube."
Oh my God. I wouldn't open that.
That would
at
be
all.
funny though. Neil C says, make sure that one of the stipulations for borrowing the metal detector is that John switches to Team Orange, like I know your grandpa must be. I feel like your grandfather has really good style, and he's probably Team Blue.
No, I'm
If
gonna
you
look
catch him
right
in a
now.
private moment. All right, so yeah, so YouTube and email. Okay, so maybe we're not having that problem. The reason I was starting to think that YouTube we were having the same problem as some other sites or some other YouTube channels is because for the last one we did a couple weeks ago on the Saturday, even we couldn't find it on our YouTube page. It was nowhere. But it does seem like a good amount of people are getting notification through YouTube. So that's good. That's good.
I assume everyone on YouTube is already subscribed, but if not already,
Yeah,
Just
it's
go ahead and
it's a
press
good
the
time
button.
to
Yeah,
subscribe
it
and
just-
click the bell.
helps us out a lot. Lets us know people are watching. I see a lot of emails.
Yeah, no, the vast majority of them
Could you imagine
have
the
been
time that,
emails.
like, you forget to send it out, and then we.
Yeah, well, we've done that before. We haven't sent out.
We
the,
is a very strong
we
word.
we. So you should have announced your vegan line today. I've done some stuff here with like vegetarian sausage. One I made out of like black beans, pinto beans, and a bunch of other stuff. I used the what is it, feta and spinach sausage seasoning. They were great, absolutely good. I have literally no problem with vegans, vegetarians, whatever. Just as long as your eyes are open about what's going on, what you're doing. Yeah, all cool.
So it is official. my grandpa did not have a Megistics account, so I created one for him.
And he will choose whether he is.
Nope. He doesn't get to choose. He is on there as Little Donnie Doodad, and he is now Team Orange.
So for anyone who, his grandfather who started this company was a DJ in Wichita, and his name was Little Donnie Doodad.
He was not just like a little DJ from Wichita though. Like he won like National DJ of the Year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he like the CMA, CMTs, whatever. I don't remember who back then was like the big deal, but he won like Radio DJ of the Year.
Radio. That's the big DJ from nowadays is more. He was on the radio. Correct?
Yes, he was on the radio. But because back then, I mean, you were
wasn't
if you were a
just doing-
DJ,
he wasn't
you
doing
were a
weddings,
radio
right?
DJ.
Right, yeah.
But he like, I mean, he was a big deal. Like everyone around here, when they hear his name, they're like, "Oh, Little Donnie Doodad."
Well, that's what I was going to say. When I started here, I worked in our customer service department. We were super busy one day. Somebody called in and was like, "Yeah, I'd like to talk to Little Donnie Doodad." And I go, "We don't have time for this, man. There's nobody here named Little Donnie Doodad." And I saw Ashley look over like, no, yes. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, hold on a second. That's when they told me that. And we would have people, he has such a good voice that we'd have people call up and say, hey, could you put me on hold for a couple minutes? Because he did all of our hold, like, talk.
Yeah,
And
all our
he
hold messages.
got
yeah.
a great, smooth voice. Just, you know. What Ryan Jones is saying when he says Walton's Inc., have you got your wife to eat any more beef? When I met my wife, she was a strict vegetarian. I got her to reintroduce chicken into her diet. And again, I don't have anything against vegetarians or vegans. Just with her goals, her workout goals, my wife works out like hard. A lot harder than I do and way harder than most of the guys I know. And she just wasn't really making any gains. She wasn't getting enough animal protein, in my opinion. So she started eating chicken again and started making really good gains. And then a couple of weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, she said, hey, I'm thinking about cooking or having you cook me a steak. And I mean, my heart grew three sizes that day. I was so happy. But no, she's thinking like, one every week or 2 weeks, something like that. So. Did we talk about? Did you say something about your grandpa?
When? I mean, yeah.
Other than look at Dean Snyder. Hey, Grandpa, get better soon. I
Uh,
don't know who that is. Oh yeah, Sharon, great call.
oh, I said something about my grandpa having some health issues.
Oh, you
but
did say that.
That was
Okay,
it.
I don't
yeah.
remember that. Sharon says, "Is there a special coupon code?" And
Yes.
Papa Sop, that is the first comment I've seen from you. Did you just join us, or have you been here and silent the entire time?
Yeah. Where is my Team Orange general? I feel like Papa Sop. I mean, you got to help me represent. Help me bring out the orange in everybody.
That could be on a T-shirt, right?
Bring out your orange.
So I am working on setting up a coupon right now. I set up the one. Let me see if we have any left here. We have one left. Coupon code April Fools. It is not an April Fool, but use the coupon code April Fools and you get 20% off at waltonsinc.com. Maximum $200 discount. So that is our kind of during the live stream only. I'm actually kind of surprised we only have one left because normally those ones
Go
are
fast.
gone within the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
But Judy, we will also create another coupon for more general use.
What should we call this one? Team Orange? Is that a
I
good
don't
coupon?
think that's fair. Chef, the teams are just, Austin has a different colored hat on today, but normally he would have an orange hat on. I happen to like the blue hat the most. He likes the orange hat. We talked about it a bunch of times. and then thought it'd be fun to just create groups on meetjustics.com so people could show their support for either one. It has quickly escalated into life or
Well.
death.
That escalated quickly.
So yeah, that's all it is. It's just which hat, which team they prefer. Basically, it's choosing between Austin and myself.
No, it's choosing between Austin and Walton's Inc. and waltonsinc.com
Right, so
and
blue is-
meetjustics.com
blue
and
is
everything
waltonsinc.com.
that our company stands for, or you can go with John and just
I'm not a Team Blue guy
Yeah.
myself, but I'm so proud of the video. We could run it at the end of the live stream today.
no.
Oh, I feel like we should.
You well.
I feel like we should just at the end.
Do you really not have a Team Orange one?
For nobody who's
No, I don't have a
for
team
no
one.
one who saw this.
You even got like people to call
I
in
did.
and record their voice.
I did.
That's the whole
Patrick.
reason that's the whole reason I went through with it, because I felt bad that they like took time. 'Cause I
Wait,
really
you
could've
did
just-
that and then you guilted him into
No, I had people. I messaged some people, had them call in, leave a voicemail, and then I gave him the MP3s and told him basically what I wanted.
Because a month ago I told you, I go, John's planning a Team Blue thing. Let's just backdoor him and do a Team Orange thing when he thinks the Team Blue thing is going to play.
I thought I was laughing the whole time on the inside because I thought the whole time you were gonna come out with like a Team Orange banner, and I was just gonna be like, ha ha.
I really
and then
did,
and then you let me down. Like,
really could have. We just didn't have enough raw material to pull a whole video through. So,
Fair enough. Let's run it right now, real quick.
all
Yep,
right. Well,
just
give me
toss it.
about 20 seconds, and I can
All
put it
right.
on.
In 20 seconds, we're gonna redo. If
If
you
you'll-
missed it at
yeah.
the very beginning, it's just the Team Blue promo.
if y'all didn't see that, I did a big eye roll.
And thanks for joining us today. Another great, fun live stream. Got to pick some winners. Glad that the winner of the big thing was here. Got to see that. And we'll go ahead and get in touch with all the winners tomorrow. Another great.
Give me a sec. If you could fill us a little more time. And then here we go. More time. More time. More time. Is there enough sound?
Yeah, sound's not working.
Yeah, no sound. Patrick.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, just end it. It's good. All right, so sorry guys. For some reason during the second playing of it, we didn't have sound.
That's karma.
There was a whole speech that was really moving. Some people earlier said that they were openly weeping at how beautiful it was. So, but earlier
Hello, this
said
is
that they were
Parksider.
I am Tech
openly weeping.
77.
I am
how
Joe
beautiful
Hell.
it was.
I
There
am
you got
Dave
it.
with
All
Call.
right, so
Blue.
Patrick,
But
go ahead
it's
and play
more
it.
than
Earlier
just
said
a
that
color.
they were
I am
It's
Tech
openly weeping.
77.
Blue.
I am Joe
It's
Hell.
It's more than
I
just a
am
color.
Dave with
All
Call.
right, so
Blue.
Patrick,
It's more than just a
just
color. It's a
I am
state
Tech
of mind.
77.
Blue.
I am
It's
Joe Hell.
it's more than
I
just
am
something
Dave
higher
with
and
Call.
greater than
Blue.
yourself.
Blue.
It's more than just a color. It's a state
Tech
of mind.
77.
Blue.
I am
Or
Joe
jerk.
Hell.
It's more than
I
just
am
something
Dave
higher.
with
It
Call.
shows the ability to look past the
It's
more than just something called best. It's
I
a
am
state
Blue.
connection between
Blue.
you or jerk. It's more than just something higher. It shows the ability to look past the more than just something called best. It's a state connection between you or jerk. It's more than just something higher. It shows the ability to look past the more than just something called best. It's a state connection between you or jerk. It's more than just
All right,
something
sorry about
higher.
that, guys. Apparently, there was some problems with the audio on that. If you want to see it, go back to the very beginning, like 2 or 3 minutes in. We played it initially, and it went perfectly fine. But sorry, we had problems on the replay.
I'm not sorry.
I am very sorry. But thank you guys for joining us. Another awesome live stream. We love doing these. They are the most fun day of the month for me, and I'm sure for you. I
Oh,
well, I
really?
at least get to like make sausage a bunch and stuff. You have to do office stuff. That's clearly a less fun job than mine.
Yeah.
But thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Wait, are you ending?
Oh, no. Sorry.
Hold on.
You have your other
I have
coupon
a coupon.
code. Sorry.
Okay, so real quick, coupon code 10% off up to $100 discount, but you also get free shipping. So that turns that into a much closer to about 20% discount. But use the coupon code LIVE4120. So today's date, LIVE4120, and that will get you 10% off anything, including sale items, free shipping, total discount up to $100. So hopefully that gives you guys something as a treat for being here and dealing with John this whole time, because Lord knows that I struggled to do it.
So tough.
No, thanks guys, appreciate everything.
Thanks, guys.